Good morning, Kennedy Dragons. Today is Friday. It is January 28th, 2022. It's the 105th day of school, and it's Friday, which means Dad Joke Friday. Actually, I got 3 today, and then I have a friend in first grade that's going to tell 2. So here's the first one. Why couldn't Friday lift heavy weights? Because he was a weekday. There we go. So, I'm Mr. Butcher. It's my job to tell you jokes on Fridays, but it's also my job to keep you safe so that you guys can show us how excellent you can be. Hopefully, you've left your average at home or on the bus, and you are ready to have a respectful and responsible day. Speaking of responsibilities, our first responsibility is to show respect for the rights that we have in this country and at this school. We do this by daily saying the Pledge of Allegiance, our school pledge, as well as doing our moment of silence. When we do our pledges, we want you to stop what you're doing, stand up tall, put your hands over your hearts, say the pledge loudly, clearly, and with pride. If you guys would please stand for the pledge and remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I'll be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I'll work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be. All right, our second responsibility is to try to keep each other safe by slowing down the spread of germs. We do this by frequently washing our hands. When we wash our hands, we want to use soap and water, or if you don't have access to soap and water, an alcohol-based hand sanitizer will work. When we wash our hands, we want to get all parts of our hands, the palms of our hands, the backs of our hands, in between our fingers and our fingertips, our wrist and our thumb. When we wash our hands, we want to make sure that we are doing it for at least 20 seconds. So let's get going with that now. Get the palms of your hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the back of your hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the back of your other hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in between your fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your other set of fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your thumb. Your other thumb, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your wrist, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get your other wrist, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now your hand shall be nice and clean. All right, now that we've done our hand washing and our moment of silence and our pledges, it is time to show respect for those that have birthdays today, as well as this weekend. Happy birthday today to Micah Dinkins, who's 10, Elizabeth Mihas, who's 7, Navi Stone, who's 9, Madeline Hawkins is 6, and Dante Flores is 6. On Saturday, Khalil Lai will be 6, Josiah Mercer will be 6, and on Sunday, happy birthday to Cassidy Keefe, who will be 11. We'll make sure that you guys get your birthday ribbon. Happy birthday. All right, another responsibility that we have every morning is to make our lunch choice. Friday, of course, cheese pizza with cheesy broccoli, garden salad. Also, you are going to get orange wedges and the school baked cookie, which they are really, really good. If you do not want cheese pizza, you can always get PB&J or yogurt or muffin, but make your lunch choice now. All right, helping me with a dad joke or two today is my friend Colton from Miss Pate's class. Colton, I hear you got some dad jokes about sharks. Let me hear your first one.
What is a great white's favorite candy?
What is a great white's favorite candy? I don't know.
A jawbreaker.
A jawbreaker. All right. So you got a second one about sharks? All right, let's hear it.
How did the hammerhead do on his test?
How did the hammerhead shark do on his test? I don't know.
He nailed it.
He nailed it. Ta-da! Good job, Colton. For our picture of the week, where we work on our vocabulary and our writing. Here's our picture of the week. I love this picture. Yesterday we asked you for adjectives and adverbs. Those are words that describe. Adjectives describe nouns. Adverbs describe verbs or other adjectives. Miss Kinney had these sentences. The chipmunk is eating corn. He is stuffing it in his chubby cheeks. The fuzzy chipmunk politely shared his corn with a human. I like that one, Demi. And the chipmunk's cheeks are fat because he's eating crunchy corn. Good job, Jordan. Miss Ham's class Mr. McCoy's class had the chipmunk is eating slowly. He wants to savor every bite. He is ferociously and greedily stuffing his face. Miss Cole had this one. The little squirrel is eating a humongous cob of corn. The hungry squirrel ate the juicy, delicious corn. Miss Ballard's class, Kata screamed, "It worked!" The goats could see Chippy the chipmunk devouring the Kennedy lunch goodies in the trap. Chippy looked up at the goats with his chubby cheeks filled with food. His black eyes stared sadly at the goats. His fuzzy tail shook, and his wiggly nose looked like a heart beating uncontrollably. The trap had worked. So now the decision had to be made. Keep Chippy the chipmunk in jail or release him. Excellent job, Miss Ballard's class. We have Miss Ham's class. If you remember from yesterday, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. The flaming fire propels Charlie's little chipmunk body higher and higher into the bright sky. He goes through the ozone layer and eventually lands on the gleaming moon. Oh no, Charlie cannot breathe in space. Luckily, he finds an astronaut suit just his size. Mousetronaut must have left it there. He quickly puts on the tiny suit before he runs out of breath. Charlie quickly decides to explore the moon. Excellent writing and vocabulary from our classes that participated. Today we're looking for prepositions and prepositional phrases. So prepositions are words that show a relationship between two nouns. So and have a phrase in it. So like the chipmunk is behind the corn cob. So there you go. That's a good example. So look at some prepositions and prepositional phrases. Give me some more good creative writing. Holton did a great job on his dad jokes, but it's time for me to do two more. Where can you have Friday every day? Greece. The teacher may have to explain that one to you. Time for our math problem of the week. Answers for this week. Remember, there's a K1, a 2-3, and a 4-5. All right, so first one, K1. Mr. Vickers has 12 goldfish for his afternoon snacks. Some fell out on the table. How many are still in the cup? So Miss McComb's class, they used a number line, and they started at 12, and they worked backwards because he lost them because it's subtraction. So he went 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So there's 8 goldfish. Miss Powell's class drew pictures. They put 12 goldfish, and then they crossed out the 4 that fell out. So then they counted how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then Miss Wall's class just put 12 in their head, 12, and then counted back. 11, 10, 9, 8. So 8 goldfish. Great job. The 2-3 problem was Mr. Butcher purchases 4 cans of cat food at each pet store. How many cans of cat food will he have after he goes to 5 pet stores? Use a number line to explain your answer. Miss Kinney's class used repeated addition because they knew each store he bought 4 cans. So at the first store it was 4, then add 4 for the second store, 4 plus 4 is 8, then 4 more for the third store, 8 plus 4 is 12, and then 4 more for the fourth store, 12 plus 4 is 16, and then 4 more for the fifth store, 16 plus 4 is 20. Miss Holder's class did use a number line. They started at 0 and they went 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And Miss Jackson's class, they just knew that the store, that each store was 4 cans and that there were 5 stores. They knew that was just multiplication, and 4 times 5 equals 20. So 20 cans of cat food. All right, so the 4-5 one was a little difficult because I don't think it was worded great, but Miss Peavy and Miss Coletta want to eat s'mores on their camping trip. Miss Peavy will only use 4/7 of a chocolate bar for a s'more, and Miss Coletta will only use 2/9 of a chocolate bar for a s'more. Between them, they ate 3 s'mores. How many chocolate bars did they use? So, If each one of them is getting 1, so they're splitting it, so it's 4/7 plus 2/9. So you're adding fractions with different denominators. So you got to find a common denominator, which is 63. So 4/7 is the same as 36/63, and 2/9 is the same as 14/63. So a total of 50/63 for each s'more they have. They know that there's 3 s'mores, so they multiplied it. So that would be 150/63 is how much they need. Reduce it down, that's 2 and 24/63, or 2 and 8/21, which really, they just need 3 chocolate bars because 2 wouldn't be enough and 3 is too much. You'd rather have too much chocolate than not enough. Time for our morning message, which is on respect, which we tell you means treating others the way you want to be treated. And when we will show respect, we want to share and use our manners. Have you ever watched a very small child just learning to walk and talk? She will see what she wants, a toy, a cookie, or a tiny puppy, and she will grab it. Take it without asking. She's too small to understand that we should ask first. She doesn't understand words like please and thank you. She doesn't know the importance of sharing with others and being respectful with their belongings. As we grow up, we learn about manners and respect. Remember, you show how grown up you are each time you're polite and respectful to others. That's why we say please. That's why we say thank you. That's why we don't just grab things or just pull things out of people's hands. We want to show how grown up and mature we are by using our best manners, because that's respectful. We want to treat others the way you would like to be treated. We've been saying this for a while. We are not on a school-wide mandate, but there are times where you are required to wear your mask. Like when you get on the bus, you got to wear it on the bus. Or if you've been exposed to COVID and you're masking at school, quarantining in a mask at school. So we want to make sure we model how we wear our mask the right way. Make sure it's over your nose, your mouth, and your chin. Make sure it's tight around your ears so it doesn't fall down. You guys have a great day. Last dad joke of the day. What did the worker say to the other worker who didn't feel like doing any work on a Friday? Just a few more hours. Weekend, make it work. That is all we have for announcements, so please help me.
Me and your teachers keep you safe. That is our job.
And your job is to help us keep you safe.
And you can help us by being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating in the year.
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student focused on graduation, you are fully committed to student success. I love you very much. Have a great Time for our Read Aloud of the day. Today's Read Aloud is An Island Grows. The author is Lola M. Shater, and the illustrator is Kathy Felstein. And the author is the person that wrote the words. The illustrator is the person that drew the pictures. As I read, I'm going to try to model what good readers do. Read fluently, which means they read the words correctly at a good pace. Not too fast, not too slow, and with expression. Our reader yesterday did a great job of that. And as I read, I want you guys to practice what good readers do as they are listening to a story being read to them, or as the readers themselves. Ask yourself questions. Who's the character? Who or what the story is about? That's the characters. The setting, where and when the story is taking place. The sequence of events, what happens first, next, last, and ask yourself questions. What just happened? What did I just learn? And here we go. An island grows. Deep, deep beneath the sea. Stone breaks, water quakes. Magna glows, volcanoes blow. Lava flows and flows and flows. An island grows. Rocks appear black and sheer. Weather batters, rock shatters. Waves pound, Sand's mound. Winds sow seeds that blow. Roots grow, leaves show. Trees tower, vines flower. Insects thrive, birds arrive. Sailors spot, maps plot. Ships dock, traders flock. Settlers stay, children's play. Workers build, soil is tilled. Markets sell, merchants yell, fresh fish, pepper dish, ripe fruit, spicy root. Bells ring, voices sing, drums play, dancers sway. Busy island in the sea where only water used to be. Then one day, not far away, deep beneath the sea, a volcano blows and lava flows, and another island grows. Island grows. Great book about how islands are formed. They start with underneath the water, and then a volcano explodes, and it turns into an island, and then things grow on it, and then people start moving there. Great book.